Well, good morning, folks. This is your old pal, Magnus Booner. If you like beer, food, travel, and the outdoors, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos.
Roast.
This morning, we're out here on Baker Lake camping, and we're making steak and bannock for breakfast. One of the key details when cooking a good steak is letting it rest and come up to room temperature before you start grilling it. So we're going to liberally salt and pepper this steak and then let it sit here and rest for about an hour. We've got a boneless beef ribeye. This is kosher salt. Now, fresh ground black pepper from our GSI Outdoors pepper mill. And now we're going to pat that onto the meat before we turn it over. And repeat. What's bannock, you ask? Well, it's a simple, quick bread that the pioneers used to make. It's just flour, baking powder, and water. I kick mine up a notch by adding some Italian herbs, and I add a little of that Nestle Nido milk powder to make it a little richer. We'll start with it now. I've got all that in this bag, and I just need to add roughly 30 milliliters of water to it, just like the pioneers did, in a plastic baggie. That's 30 mils if I've ever seen it. Now we just zip the baggie up and work that water into it. We've got some flour here, and I'm going to flour my hands. I guess that old baker in me just can't keep his hands out of the dough. We flatten that out into this puck shape so that it bakes off real nice. So we've got our Dutch oven on the fire, and it's preheated. It's about 400 degrees. That'll do. Now we'll just set this little bannock bread loaf in there. It'll take roughly 3-4 minutes per side. Well, it's been about 3 minutes. Let's check that. You can see it's starting to develop some color, so we're going to turn it. We better take a peek at that. Don't want to burn it. Oh yeah, it's baking off nice. We're going to pull that off the side. So this is a fire made out of mostly hardwood. Any soft wood is just coals at this point, and we've cheated and used a little bit of charcoal briquettes. This is what we're going to cook our steak on once it burns down. Of course, I've got a secret weapon. You may have saw this honeycomb burning in the intro. This is some oak. Oak is great when you're cooking beef, and this oak specifically came out of a tank of beer. What we do is, this comes from the wine industry. It's made for aging wine on. We soak this in tequila to sanitize it, and then we put it into a small tank, and we fill that up with our Pilsner and make tequila oak-aged Pilsner. Well, afterwards, I take the wood home and I use it to cook with. While we're waiting on those coals to get happy, I've got something special for you. This was sent to me by one of my favorite fans and my buddy, Joshua King. Let's take a look here, shall we? Happy birthday, Magnus! Brought you a cup of coffee from Asia with 1 cream and 1 brown sugar. Just the way I like it. Josh. 1 premium instant coffee. 1 brown sugar. I normally don't put sugar in my coffee, but if this is the way Josh does it, I'm gonna do it this way today. That was more like what we call raw sugar here in America. And I guess this is my creamer. Yep. Ooh, it's boiling. So we'll just take that off of there and mix it up. Well, alright, now we've got one Asian coffee. Or is that just coffee from Asia? It's instant coffee with instant creamer and sugar in it. Just the way Joshua King likes it. It's sweet and creamy. I guess maybe there's subtle notes of coffee. I mostly get brown sugar notes and cream. Subtle hints of molasses in the aroma. And almost like toasted marshmallow. That is warm, creamy, and sweet, and just feels great in my mouth. Let me put my lips on it again. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the coffee. This fire's getting real close, so I'm almost ready to grill that steak. Alright, well those coals are not getting any more ready. As you can see, I put a grill on top of my horseshoe trivet. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. I've got this thermometer, and I've got an alarm set. I know I'll need to remove that steak at 130 degrees, and then it'll ramp up to about 145 as it rests. Alright, it's time to put this steak on. It'll take about 2 minutes per side. So that steak's just cooking away. You can see that temperature slowly rising. Oh yeah, if that's not food pornography, I don't know what is. Oh my god, the alarm's going off. We got an internal temp of 130. Remove, stat. Now that is a beautiful piece of meat. I'll show you a beautiful piece of meat. Oh yeah, that bannock baked off real nice. That came out a lovely medium well. Truth be told, that's a little more done than I'd like, but it's tricky on the campfire. Wow. That is an amazing steak. You get a lovely char, nice saltiness, earthy notes, spicy notes from that black pepper. My God, I am living the dream this morning. We got Joshua King's Asian coffee. We got steak, bannock, a lake, campfire. Well, I better have one more bite on camera because I know how you guys like watching me put food in my mouth. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's so nice. Ooh, it's juicy. We got into some meat that's nice and pink, just the way I like it. That is so juicy, fatty, yummy, delicious. All the things I love. Good job, buddy. Good job. Well, hey, I hope you learned something by watching this video. And I hope it entertained you. Find me on Instagram, I'm Magnus Booner. I'm also on Facebook, I'm Magnus Booner. email me here, magnustboner@gmail.com, and we are going to bring you another epic video real soon.